Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. But before starting the discussion, I must let you know that our agriculture optional test series is going to start from 8th of June, which will comprise of 14 tests. That is, you will get 8 sectional and 6 full test, and you get all these things at just a price of rupees 999 only. So you can see, you can compare with this with any big coaching institute. You will get to know that for the similar number of tests they are charging you more than 10,000, more than 8,000, which we are going to provide you at 999 only. And here you will get quality evaluation, quality questions, quality model answers. And if you want to join, please do join fast, because only 20 seats are available. Because I have to do all the things, I have to keep the evaluation quality at par. So only 20 questions, sorry, only 20 seats are available. So if you are interested, do join fast and have a lot amount of practice, and that will help you in your optional preparations. For joining, WhatsApp messages on 77818 double three double four zero. So this is our WhatsApp number, 77818 double three double four zero. So this is 4. Okay, 77818 33 440. So messages on this number, and do join fast, because only 20 seats are there, and the price is only 999. And you also get a personal mentorship with me, and already 7-8 seats are filled, and as the prelims results will come, the seats will fill very quickly. So if you want to join, please do join fast. Now let's move to the question now. So the question for today is: explain soil structure and describe the factors affecting soil structure. So this question has been asked a lot of times in the PYQs. If you see the PYQs, and I have taken this question from PYQ only, that is from IFOS PYQ, that is UPSC Indian Forest Service PYQ of 2024, that is last year only. So this question have been asked several times, and I think this is a low hanging fruit. These questions are easy to answer, so I think you should be able to write a good answer here. So we will see how we can approach the answer. First of all, you should understand what soil structure is. So how can you define, or how will you explain soil structure? So it refers to the arrangement or grouping of soil particles. Arrangement or grouping of soil particles. So what soil particles? So what are soil particles? So we should all know that sand, silt, clay, these are all soil particles. Okay, sand, silt, clay. So the arrangement of these particles, or the grouping of these particles into aggregate or pairs, are known as soil structure. Into aggregates or pairs is known as soil structure. And these aggregates, these pairs can have different sizes, these can have different shapes, and they are held together by various chemical substances, various organic matters. Okay, so this is what you should know. And the spaces between these aggregates are known as pores, where generally you find water to be held. Okay, water is held in the pores only. Air, water, roots, all movement are through these pores only. Okay, either it's movement of air, the movement of water, or the movement of roots. So generally you should, for simple terms, you should remember that soil structure is the arrangement or grouping of soil particles, that is sand, silt, and clay, into aggregate or beds, and they are held together by organic matter, chemical substances, and the space between two aggregates form pores. So these are things you should remember. Now there is another term, that is soil structure. So soil texture. So don't confuse soil structure or soil texture. So soil structure is different from soil texture, or you can say soil texture is different from soil structure. So what the soil texture is, although you have to not write these things in answers because it is not asked in the question, but for your conceptual clarity, you should know it. So soil texture refers to the size of individual soil particles. It refers to size of individual soil particles. That is, the texture of sand could be different, texture of silt could be different, texture of clay could be different, but in soil structure these all particles are arranged together. Okay, so here there is togetherness in soil structure, but in soil texture you will see that there is individuality of soil particles. So this what you should remember. Okay, and texture is kind of relatively permanent thing. Okay, suppose there is a sand, so sand will have a permanent texture with certain period. But when it's come to structure, the structure is a kind of dynamic thing. It leads to changes. Okay, it can change due to human activity, change due to presence of organic matter in the soil. So all these things can lead to changes in soil structure. So structure is quite dynamic, while texture is kind of quite static, or you can say quite permanent. So this is about soil texture. And now you should also know about some types of soil structure. Okay, again not asked in the question directly, but you should remember this. They could be of granular shape. Okay, they could be of blocky shape. They could be of flat, platy shape, like a plate. They could be prismatic, or you can say prismatic, or columnar, or they can be single grain or massive. Single grain. So these are the types of soil structure depending on their shapes: granular, blocky, platy, prismatic or columnar, or single grain. So this was some value-added points which I needed to highlight you. Now let's move to the second part of the question, that is factors affecting soil structure. Factors affecting soil structure. So we will see what are the factors that are affecting soil structure. So obviously the first factor is organic matter content. Organic matter. So organic matter acts as a binding agent. Okay, it holds the soil particles together. It improves microbial activity. It enhances decomposition of plant residues. So organic matter, the changes in organic matter will only affect the soil structure. Will affect soil structure. Secondly, we have soil organisms. So these are could be earthworms, fungi, bacteria. So they all contribute to aggregation, that is formation of aggregates. They also help to bind those aggregates, bind various soil particles. So soil organisms is another factor. Now next factor is climate. In climate, rainfall, temperature, rate of weathering, or you can say rate of decomposition, all these things have a impact due to the changes in climate. Okay, so if the rainfall is high, if the temperature is high, it will have the effect on the soil aggregates. Okay, and that will either break aggregates, they will reform new aggregates. So climate have a huge role. Next, soil texture. Obviously, we have discussed soil texture in detail just now. So soil texture also have a role in soil texture also affects soil structure, because suppose you are binding some kind of structure with some kind of structure, so it will, as suppose we are binding clay with blocky clay, you can understand like this. Suppose there is a texture of clay. So what you will find that clay, when the clay is forming aggregate, it is generally blocky or platy. Similarly, when sandy soils form an aggregate, it will be generally single grained or poorly structured. So this is what you need to remember. If you hold clay for some time, it will take the shape, it will take the shape of block. But if you hold the sands for some time, it will although take the shape for some time, but it will be degraded very fastly. The soil texture also affect the soil structure. Next, water content. Water present in the soil has an effect on structure because it influences cohesion, it influences formation of aggregates. Plant roots will have a say in soil structure. Obviously, they break aggregates, they enter into various pores, and all this can either they can promote aggregation or they will either break the aggregates. Human activity, obviously, such as tillage and other things, will have a role in structure, or you can say will affect structure. For example, you can write here tillage. Okay. Clay minerals and chemical properties. Clay minerals and chemical properties will also affect soil structure because certain clay types, they swell, they shrink, and they influence structure. Okay. Cations such as calcium also help in aiding calcium. For example, you can chemical properties, you can write here calcium helps in aggregate formation. Aggregate formation. So there are various kind of chemicals or clay minerals which also affect soil structure. So these are the factors which will affect soil structure. Okay. So I think this you can write easily, and I hope you are able to understand till now. So I think this was what was asked in question. I think you will able to write these things very nicely. Now in the conclusion part, you can write why maintaining good amount of soil structure is beneficial for plants, is beneficial for our agriculture, and that would be a good conclusion. But you should also know some importance of soil structure. Importance of soil structure, although not asked in question, it is also a value addition point which I must let you know. So first of all, it enhances water filtration and retention because a good soil structure will have proper pores for water filtration and retention. It promotes root growth. Obviously, good soil structure will have proper root growth, will have proper fertility, will have proper pores. It improves air exchange because obviously air is important for roots to breathe also. So a good soil structure will enhance it. It reduces erosion. Okay, obviously it promotes, or you can say supports, beneficial microbial activity. Beneficial microbial activity. So these are some of the importance of soil structure which you should know, and there could be chances that in coming years UPSC, instead of asking factors, they can ask the importance. So you should know, and I think it has been asked in previous years also. So you should know this. So I think that is all for today's lecture. You have understood what soil structure is, you have understood different factors, and you have also understood value addition points such as soil texture, importance of soil structure, which can be helpful. So if you like the session, please do like it, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. And our test series is on, and the first test is going to happen from 8th of June. So do join fast so that you don't miss out any tests. And there is one thing I must also add, that there is flexibility in tests. Okay. Suppose the test is on Sunday, and if you are a working person not able to give time, if you are aspirant, you are also writing other tests, so no issue. You can write other in another day also when you are free. You will evaluate the copy, no issues on it. And you can see the price very less, 9.99, very competitive price. And for joining, please do message on our WhatsApp number 77818334440. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.